One of the founding principles of your architectural office is a connection with nature. When and why did this connection become so important to you?
It is just that we studied some beautiful photos and we noticed that these are mostly natural photos, natural things. And we wondered why this is such a beauty that it is close to everybody, regardless the cultural background, whatever it is. So it is something that it is imprinted in our genes or something. And we noticed when we studied this, we noticed that these are kind of simple algorithms that everything is made from. This is not a designed architecture, it is, or architecture, it's not, they are not designed things. Any designer is involved in natural things, but those are consequences of some programming, pre-programming, some algorithms, some systems that are inserted, and we just try to exploit these things also in our work later on, more or less succeeding, trying to do it like it kind of try to mimic the nature. Of course, we are not even close to it, but it is maybe visible in our work. Yeah.
You also utilize a lot of natural materials and use greenery in your designs. In what other ways would you say that you focus sustainability in your architecture?
Somebody said that building beautiful things is sustainable by itself. So the buildings that last longer, they are by itself more sustainable than some temporary structures by itself. Oh, yes, we are trying to use greenery, maybe just because of that we are, a colleague said that we are always building in areas that should not be built. So we are trying not to harm the nature, we are trying to replace something that we are taken away, and that's why so much greenery we also like it. Yeah.
When I looked through the pictures on your website of all the projects that you've done, it looks almost like from a sci-fi movie. I feel that there's a very futuristic aspect to your designs. Would you agree? Do you think that futurism is something that you strive for, or is that just a byproduct of your design?
Yeah, somebody sees it that way, yeah. Maybe it was not the main purpose. Maybe we are kind of just that kind of persons, that we are a little bit more experimental. But it is certainly not the main purpose that we want to build something that it is out of this world. But also, yes, we like to experiment. We like to introduce some new way of thinking, which is not shoe boxes out of after the sale, which is more organic maybe. We also strongly believe that this is maybe the more right way to think about architecture, not to be so much violent against our natural environment.
On your website, I also read that you draw inspiration from the surroundings. How does that work in practice in the design process?
Design process is not straightforward, of course. So you are building in your designs your character in a way. So of course that nominally you don't want to be violent. You want to fit as best as possible, especially in those environments that are kind of sensitive to build in, and you want to make as less impact as possible, and to be when the project is finished to already resembles that it is staying longer time in it, so it kind of fits in the nature. This is really important for us. On the other hand, you want functionality, you want to have like perfect organizational scheme, and this is mostly contradictory. It doesn't fit all, but also nature deals with it very well, better than us, of course. So we have this kind of discrepancy in our work that we begin in two ways. One is functionality, because we have to meet the client demands, of course, and on the other hand, we want to fit the building as better as possible. So it's kind of a struggle of two systems, and of course it has some mistakes built inside. Mm-hmm. But errors is something that drives also nature. Mm-hmm. We are all consequence of some errors in the gene manipulations. So evolution is all about errors, and we also embrace these errors in our work. So these errors are somehow welcomed because something unexpected came out of this.
My last question is, what would you say is your design signature?
It's a difficult question for the last one. Yeah, I believe that maybe even we cannot recognize it. Of course, we try to be organic as much as technology allows us to be, and maybe this struggle in our work makes something that is recognizable for the others. Maybe not for us, because I see our projects as very different from one another. Every project is some sort of innovation, but at the end, somebody else from outside can see something that it is common to all this project. Maybe this is what we are doing.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.